Hey, Easter is coming and it's just around the corner, and I want to jump in, get you some tools and strategies. So that's what we did. We put together this quick ebook for you, and I want to just talk it through, get you some ideas because I think we at times overanalyze or overhype, or we get paralyzed at the idea of doing something, and so we do nothing. But as we whip through this impact guide, I just want to go through some of these ideas, talk it through, and try and help us understand what exactly we could do. So, first idea at Easter egg hunt, community Easter egg hunt. What could you do to make it unforgettable? The first thing you could do is do it. That's the thing. Most of us are just so paralyzed that we don't start, we don't do something. So do something. Some things you could look at adding: a sensory zone for families with special needs. That's going to open you up to a whole new community that you could serve. Coffee, food trucks, amazing way to just low cost. Go find a food truck. Oftentimes they'll show up if there's a big event and it's not going to cost you anything. Your guests can go pay for their food, but it just creates some more buzz, some anticipation, some energy. Go get a big prize. Just something you can give away. If you have a city server in your area, maybe they can help you with this. This is an amazing, amazing thing. A family photo booth, family photos, people love it, and just honestly a ridiculous amount of eggs. We did an Easter egg drop. We have a gym and we had a running track, and we literally just dropped 40,000 eggs over the side. It wasn't that hard. We found them online. We put them in Tupperware bins. We dropped it and it was like a waterfall of eggs. But why not? It builds some trust. It builds a relationship with your community. It gets people connected. Amazing. Next idea we threw in: Easter meal kits or a grocery giveaway. This is a great time. We often think of Christmas as a great time to serve our community in this way, particularly with meals. But if you've got a great hospitality ministry, and I know so many of you do, then this is the perfect opportunity for you. You can also partner with a grocery store, partner with a restaurant, put together some meal kits, Easter meals, and include a personalized detail, a handwritten card, scripture, Easter invite. Find these families, serve them. It doesn't take a lot, and I would encourage your volunteers to deliver them. And if they're identifying them or they're signing them up, then they should be the ones that deliver it. And it builds this beautiful connection, and maybe coach them a little bit on how to invite them to Easter at your church. Now let's shift gears a little bit. A neighborhood prayer walk. Get out into the street, start praying for people. I love the idea of leaving handwritten notes. I love handwritten anything. One conversation can change everything. It's like taking the barriers down. It's doing two things. You're taking ground spiritually, but you're also building a bridge for connectivity. So chat with your neighbors. Chat as you're walking, as you go. Create maps, organize it a little bit so people know where to go. It's a great way to get into the community, pray for your neighborhood, and hang out. Okay, here's a really fun one: is the pop-up encouragement booths. You can do this in so many different ways. I've seen it as like a pop-up prayer thing, just so many ways. But you could just literally show up somewhere with some free coffee, some donuts, maybe like a need prayer sign, something like that. But just like show up. We were planting Engage, which is now our St. Church Glory Hills campus. I managed Starbucks for a year, and Starbucks had this business concept called Surprise and Delight. And that's what they would do. They would randomly show up. We just randomly were assigned to go show up at a transit center with coffee, Starbucks coffee, and give it away. What was the purpose? To literally just build a bridge of relationship. Let them know that somebody cares. I love what Tim Keller says: the church must leave the building. So why don't we try something? Just try it. This is low cost, really low effort. This is like 3 to 6 people. Show up at every transit station with a fold out table and some hot coffee. Go get whatever your community likes, whether it's Tim Hortons or Starbucks, or, if it was the US, I'd be going to get some Dutch Bros, whatever. Okay, Serve the City project. Now, I think this is super cool. You don't have to do this on Easter weekend, though. Easter Saturday is a great time for some of this stuff. I would plan a Saturday full of some community service. So whether it's a park cleanup, car washes, care packages for teachers, nurses, unhoused neighbors. Here's some other ideas, and we're actually exploring this right now, like a big bin event, like, the huge garbage bin. So you could partner with a local waste management company, bring in their big bins. Sometimes even your community already wants to do something like this, like your neighborhood association in Edmonton. We have something called community leagues. They might want to do something like this. This and paper shredding goes off. You want to talk about having so many people on your property. And again, it's just about building a bridge, serving your community. It's not about you. It's about building a relational bridge. Okay, digital invites. Now, we all know about creating a little graphic, posting on social media. But what if we did this entirely different? What if we invited our church to create some short little video invites themselves and encourage them to use their phone, talking to their phone, tell a personal story, make sure that you give them some graphics and all those kinds of things. But like, what if your entire church, what if even 10 or 15 or 20 or 30 people in your church? I think it's a game changer. We're mobilized to create their own personal short testimony that could go on their social media with an invite to church. Amazing. This is also, by the way, an incredible, cheap, and fun youth night. All kinds of crazy videos will come out of it, I promise you. And you can use it not just for Easter, for all kinds of things. All right, here's a crazy one. Not all that crazy. It's just early. Is a sunrise service, but a sunrise service in a public park or public space. You just hold a short service, some worship, acoustic, gospel message, communion, offer some coffee, maybe some breakfast items after. You have some wraps or something ready to go, bagels, and just do it and get out of the building and do something somewhere else. Okay, Easter at home boxes, another idea. Awesome. Not everyone's going to be able to make it to church, but you can bring it to them. This is a great way also if you have people that are in nursing homes or extended care facilities that you could take it right to them. Send them some communion elements, a little devotional, kids crafts, invite them to watch online, help them to do that in some way. I also think really targeting it on families, just creating for all your families an Easter at home kit that gives them something to do over the long weekend. Like in Canada, we have Good Friday off all the way through Easter Monday, right? So there's all kinds of things that could be done. And we're always looking to serve families, help them out. And so creating a family friendly family fun kit could be an incredibly awesome way to do this. Another idea is to partner with the school. This is maybe a little bit separated from Easter, but whatever they need, just go and serve them. And the idea would be like, if they're doing a spring event, go serve their event. It doesn't have to be your event, right? We are famous for this in church. Well, if it's only our thing, it's only going to serve our need. Well, no, just serve theirs and take care of them, and the Lord will honor you for that. All right. Here's the very last thing I want to talk about is follow up and invites for what happens after Easter. So doing some kind of series that's really going to connect on a Sunday is awesome. Something that's, you really know well that is a jam, but it's got to be really practical. It's got to like really make sense for their lives. So there's all kinds of things that you could do. I've got a new book coming out called The Hope Habit. So you could do something on the Hope Habit. That would be amazing. And I got some resources for you on that. A series like Can I Really Change? A series like Jesus for the Doubters. Can I Trust the Bible? That's a great thing to slot in right here because it's answering the bigger why in their heart. I would even suggest something like Alpha or a New Believers course that is just like that next step that can happen right after Easter. I'm also going to say there's some amazing tools and you could use these at any time, not just Easter. For example, we use a tool called Text in Church. If you come to church, you want to get connected, you text the word hello. It goes into a 30-day automated set of emails and text messages. But it's real people responding as people connect with us, which is the best part. We also have a New Believers one. You text Jesus and we have a 30-day follow-up strategy to help you take your next step. This is an awesome tool. It's an awesome call to action that you can use right in your services, and it helps you stay connected. And sometimes we feel weird about automation, but it's just saying what you are going to say anyways, but scheduling it and making sure that you don't forget. So write every email, write every text, use the tool. It's awesome. Email list, try and get those emails and send a few very strategic follow-up emails. You could do a very simple way is like a QR connect, right? You do a QR code on the screen. You just get their email. People don't really want to give you much more beyond their email these days. Even their emails are a little hesitant on, but get those emails or get a phone number if you can using a simple connect card in your seat back as well. That works. Now here's the craziest thing, and this is not my idea. I got this from Chris Abbott, who's a legend. He had this idea where not only would you like text every guest, which is great, but what if you created as pastors? And I've done this, and I can tell you it works. And it's an interesting thing. It's going to take a little time, and it's just on your phone though. What if you could create a short, personalized welcome and invite video for every guest? So literally you got a stack of connect cards, that comes from the lobby after the service on a Sunday. And if they've got a phone number, or even if it's in an email now, but you could do a phone number for sure. You just get your phone out and you film a little welcome video, use their name, say their name, and invite them back to church next Sunday. Invite them to connect with you. Say that you'd love to say hi. And you just personalize it, and it's quick. It's like 30 seconds. And you could bang out 10 of those like really, really quick. And all of a sudden, now you are one of the most connected pastors in your community, and you are one of those people who's going the extra mile to reach out. Oftentimes, the difference between really like success in the retention of guests is just like an extra mile. And that's who you are anyways. That's why you're doing what you're doing. So that's it. I just wanted to jump in, talk you through some of these things, some of the ways that I think about it. Again, it's not about a big budget, it's about a big impact. I think you've got this. I think honestly, the gap that we experience is we're just stuck because like we can't do anything. And the truth is, no matter your size, no matter your budget, you can do something. You can do something, and you're building a bridge relationally. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about building a bridge relationally. And don't forget Romans 10:15. How beautiful are the feet of those who bring the good news. You have beautiful feet. Come on, let's get out there and bring the good news of Jesus Christ this Easter.